Welcome to Monday. It's the last day of January 2022. This Day Weather Podcast brought to you by Chugwater Chili, the gourmet spice of Western life. Check out Chugwater Chili Red Pepper Jelly. Red pepper jelly is a sweet and spicy treat that can be used to spice up your meats or as a quick appetizer when paired with cream cheese and crackers. Get yours today using discount code ChugwaterDon for 20% off. Chugwater Chili, the spice of Western life. Well, they're back. A visit from the Great White North is coming, folks, as we head on into this week. We're going to see a pretty intense Arctic wave and a pretty good patch of snow is coming in for some of you. Cold for everybody, snow for some. But before we get into the ugly details, got a nice shot here from Lynette up in Cody of a nice sunset up in the Sunlight Basin in northwestern Wyoming. Another beautiful sunrise in many areas today and across the western high plains and Rockies. Now, Arctic air is coming. It's going to be windy and mild for one more day in the region. We had some really nice weekend weather all across the Midwest and the western high plains and Rockies. We'll have one more day, but it's going to be windy, especially very windy along I-25 and I-80, especially in Wyoming. So folks traveling those stretches, be ready for high winds. Now, the Arctic air and snow is going to be developing late Tuesday through Wednesday. Sub-zero temperatures and very cold wind chills are coming. So livestock interests, be prepared. This will be severe cold and severe wind chills that could be dangerous on young and weak livestock. From tomorrow through Thursday, we're going to have hazardous travel. In some parts of Wyoming, Colorado, western Kansas, we're going to see enough snow to where it's going to make things real slick, especially when you get this Arctic air and snow. You can make for some very icy roads and highways. So be ready, change is coming. Today's weather chart shows a fairly innocuous weather pattern with high pressure building up in the Gulf of Alaska. That's going to open the door to Canada. And we're basically going to be in this westerly flow. This is why it's going to be mild here for another day. But see how close these black lines are? That means there's a really big difference in temperature from here to here. And that causes a big difference in air pressure. And then when you line that gradient up, that pressure gradient, west-east, perpendicular to the Continental Divide, you're going to get really windy in this area here, but also very windy in northwestern Wyoming, south central areas of Montana as well, and strong winds along some of the western front range of Colorado. As we go forward, though, you'll see a change to this Arctic air spilling south. So temperatures today, these are high temperatures relative to the 30-year averages along and east of the divide, into the western Corn Belt, and into central Canada. Down-sloping Chinook winds going to make for much above average temperatures for one more day, but you can see the purple, the blue, and the green up here. Very cold air from Alaska through western Canada. And by afternoon, this colder air will be moving through central Montana, getting into western areas of Wyoming through Idaho, Washington, and Oregon. So temperatures are going to be taking a tumble. By Thursday morning, we have a low swinging through the Four Corners area and winds aloft driving in that Arctic air into the Continental Divide areas, both sides of the divide, and out on the eastern plains. The counterclockwise spin around this low will bring higher humidity air up and over the Arctic air. And what that will do is that is going to be producing an area of snowfall. Over the Arctic air, these are temperatures by Wednesday afternoon. So this is basically by sundown Wednesday. We got a blue norther headed south into Texas, but look at all the purple that goes all the way up from the north slope of Alaska, all the way into Mexico. I mean, this is an impressive wave of very cold air plunging south across the region. And what will happen is this Arctic air with that low here and the counterclockwise spin bringing heavier moisture, higher humidity air up over that, you're going to get some snowfall. Now, these are the forecasted overnight low temperatures by Thursday morning. Now, take this with a grain of salt, because when you have Arctic air like this, you can have a wide variety of temperatures depending on how much cloudiness hangs on Wednesday night, how much snow ends up falling. But you can see there's a real concentration of sub-zero temperatures that are going to be found in this area here. And in the basins of south central and southwestern Wyoming and also northwest Colorado, we get going well below zero. Look at these temperatures up here in North Dakota and South Dakota. Now, if we were to factor in the snow on top of that, this is the potential snowfall with this storm system. Notice there's a concentration of the heavier snow along and east and near I-25, back into the central and southwest mountains of Colorado, all the way down into Texas. Look at the snow again for the second week in a row. Eastern Colorado and the panhandles, which have really needed the moisture, are going to get some more. It's all going to be in the form of the white stuff. And notice I-25 near Wheatland to Cheyenne to Fort Collins to Denver, right along the I-25 corridor. I think there is going to be some significant snow. We've got a snow hole in the Greeley area, snow hole in the Pueblo, Colorado Springs area. But what you're going to see is we're going to see that moisture overrunning the Arctic air. And this area right here, I think, is going to be a real travel hazard Tuesday night through Wednesday night. So keep that in mind along I-80, I-70, I-76. There's also going to be some snow back up here in the Pacific Northwest, parts of Montana, and northwestern areas of Wyoming as the Arctic wave comes through as well. We don't have much west of the divide. If you were to focus in a little bit more, you can see that snow hole, and this is because of northerly downsloping winds off the Cheyenne Ridge here, to where that makes snowfall amounts lighter in the Weld County area. But notice these heavier amounts right at the Front Range areas, and then into I-70 in the high country as well. With those temperatures, let's factor in what will happen with those temperatures when we throw in the wind chill. It's really impressive. Look at these wind chill values by Thursday morning. Possibly as cold as 50 below zero in North Dakota, and we've got 20, 30 degree below zero temperature wind chill values right here. So you can see this is why we're concerned about severe cold. So stock growers and travelers, be prepared. Going into the upper Midwest, these are temperatures by Thursday morning, pushing back into the northern plains and parts of the northern Corn Belt. Now, Texas, here we go again. If we all remember what happened in February last year, these are temperatures by Friday morning. Look at these temperatures in central and north central Texas, single digits. Look at these temperatures on the Gulf Coast, teens and 20s. You kidding me? Here we go again. Another big shot of Arctic air deep into the south. Look at the potential for freezing rain by late Thursday into Friday, all the way potentially to Houston, maybe. We'll see. Freezing rain could be a concern there. And then if you were to look, this Arctic wave is going to cause a lot of headaches. This is the potential for freezing rain in this entire pink area. So this could be going through a lot of population, going through a lot of airports, through a lot of roads and interstates. And then snowfall-wise, this Arctic wave, and this is typical, you'll see the snow right along the Arctic boundary and as it goes up through here. So this is going to be a major weather event. Yeah, this is the potential for snow even down to the Texas-Mexico border with this system. Now, by the weekend, we will see the Arctic air retreat more to the east, but there's another little wave coming in behind it that'll come in late Saturday night and Sunday. This is like another Alberta Clipper, and this could produce some snow in the mountains, reinforce the colder air by Sunday into Monday. Then long term, this is for Saturday the 12th. So a week from this coming Saturday, that high is back in the eastern Pacific. So we all know when you build the ridge there, we go to the fridge. So northwest flow potentially comes back in. So the storyline here is we're going to see these alternating periods of Arctic waves, warm-ups, basically Chinooks, then Arctic waves, Chinooks, Arctic waves, Chinooks. It's going to go that way through the next 2 or 3 weeks. So it's not necessarily one of these patterns where Arctic air comes in and stays, but it's going to be making frequent visits. Now, with this high pressure ridge building, we're going to continue the dryness in California and the Great Basin for a little bit longer, at least through the first half of February. Late February and March, I see that changing. But boy, it looks like a very busy month of February ahead. Have yourself a great Monday. We'll update you on this Arctic wave tomorrow.